Hello everyone and good evening. Excuse me because it's been a while since I streamed this game. It's been a few days and as a result I can't remember which part we were on. I believe this is part 15, but, just off the top of my head, but I need to check. I need to verify this. Last time I streamed was 14, so this is indeed part 15. Wow, what a memory. Yeah, because I played other games in between, like I said, I believe I said so at the end of the last stream. I was gonna play a handful of much shorter games for a few days, allowing me some extra time to grind, do some side quests, do whatever it took to become stronger, so I could come back to you guys and progress the story a little bit further. I think tonight we're gonna do Chapter 13, Act 2, and Act 3 should be more reserved for tomorrow. I believe Chapter 13, Act 3 is the final one, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I published on Discord. I've got the stream running. The volume of the game may not be quite where it should be because I've been playing different games, so... Where is it? Can't see it. Should be fine, I think. I think it must be fine the way it is. If it's wrong, you guys can tell me. Alright. Okay, stream is going. Okay, fine. Let's get going. Right, I was in the middle of a side quest earlier. I'm gonna change my party setup. At the moment, I was tackling heart-to-heart, affinity missions, and basic missions, so that I could get all those affinity missions out of the way. Some of them have some requirements of affinity with the protagonist, and so that's what I've been actively doing these past couple days. Trying to raise the affinity of everyone to the max, viewing everyone's heart-to-hearts, and... Oh, why is this one not available yet? I don't know. And, yeah, just doing everything I could to get those affinity missions out of the way, basically. Even using basic missions as a way to raise their affinity between one another. But for this, I believe I'm gonna revert to my usual party of these three. Because they are the guys that have the best gear at the moment. Yeah, actually, this is a good time to reassess how much I have surveyed Mira. 66.81%. I believe New LA is pretty much the one area where I have made little progress. But most of the tyrants that were required to complete the segment, for example, such as this one, those that remain are still a little bit too strong for me to defeat at the moment. That's why you have 2 in Noctilum. There's this one here that remains as well. In Oblivia, I think I've done them all. There are a couple left in Sylvalum as well. And in Oblivia, I've done them all as well. So now, most of the stuff that's left now, I think, is something to do with maybe missions that are not available to me yet, normal missions, or affinity missions that have yet to become available because I have not reached the affinity level that's required for them to appear on that given character. I believe these are the things that are left, but I can't be sure 100%, obviously, because it doesn't tell you what that segment is. Let's get going, I guess. Yeah, in the Blade Barracks, the only segment I have not completed yet is the one that is tied to story progression, so... but once I'm done with that, it will be 100% complete. Yeah, required level 54. Most of them are at 74 at the moment, so... That should be enough.
got a basic plan drawn up. Meet me in command.
Roger. Let's move.
Need command, he said.
Ever since Void turned up, we've been witnessing ganglion remnants stirring back to life, all across Mira.
They're as vulnerable as us, what with the DMAT events and ghosts. But they've also got a new objective that'll have lit a fire under them.
Objective? Oh, Void's floating continent.
Volataris is a special place. Those who heard Void's call have begun some holy pilgrimage there, for the promise of a new world under their creator's leadership. They may be fragmented at best, and little more than a minor nuisance, but these recent events...
This guy is still in his armor.
New purpose.
Sorry about that, I have not changed his cosmetics.
Quietly. Instead, they're out there raising hell.
I'm glad they've kicked the blues, but throwing an all-you-can-loot and plunder buffet? That part I don't love.
Remember, they were a coalition. Their mission, to eradicate Samar's descendants.
That's why I have these other outfits on those other characters. I should have a lot more to choose from now, though.
The fight for survival, it never ends, huh?
We've come a long way indeed. This place, it is our second home. We've overcome the odds, made it a safe haven. DMAT events, ghosts, ganglion. We must remain firm against these ever-present threats.
It sticks out like a sore thumb.
We must reclaim the
Sorry
cores
about that.
Void stole. Prepare to leave for a new world. Bluntly, the only choice left for us now is to run.
In other words, we're talking about a second Project Exodus.
Just when we've beaten that damn Luxar. We just can't seem to catch a break, can we?
No kidding. Just when I was starting to put down some roots here.
Say that you don't want to leave either.
A truly gut-rending thought.
I do share your grief. However, we must face the facts. The dematerialization phenomenon is spreading, and eventually it will engulf the planet in its entirety. This truth is unequivocal.
Hey there, RNG. I'm good.
And this
How
time
about you?
it's not just humanity's future that's at stake. Our aim now is to evacuate all races that live on Mira.
Every single one?
Of course. All those that would be amenable to our proposal. Regrettably, any life forms we cannot communicate with will not be considered.
That's quite... how should we say? Egoistic, no?
Tired, just got home from work. Yeah, so did I. Protest that humanity cannot discriminate. Agree that it's unavoidable. I guess this is what I'm supposed to answer. Although I can understand where he's coming from.
I didn't propose it.
Ready to relax.
But
So am I.
frankly, it's
I'm right
just not
here,
feasible to
relaxing.
do otherwise. Some species are dangerous, some others simply too violent. With the time we have and the available personnel, finding a way to save them all is impossible.
Okay, but even narrowing it down just to the sentient races, will that work?
Good point. If our only choice is to build a lifeboat, making something big enough, it's gonna take some time.
We've agreed on a cooperative partnership with the Manon to obtain a ship.
We're going to use the Manon ship, the one over NLA.
Is this game about racism?
Eyeballing
It's
it
not
should have
about
the
that,
capacity
but it
enough to carry all
addresses the
evacuees.
issue in
We'll
places.
need a fair
Yeah.
bit of retrofitting. We'll need to incorporate the Ares jump drive and the life.
It showcases a few characters that are prejudiced
But
against
if we work together, we
alien
should make
races.
it before the Reaper comes a knocking.
Why, that's feeding 3 cooks with 1 stove.
Right. So that part we've got tied
That's
up with
feeding
a rope.
3 cooks with 1 stove.
We've already contacted all known Xeno communities. They should be apprised of the plan. Sadly, some of them did respond they're planning to go down with the planet, but most are currently in the process of relocating to
Excuse me.
NLA.
Then we've got no time to lose.
Right.
As of now, all active Blade personnel are ordered to give this plan the highest degree of priority.
Broadly, we have 2 objectives. Helping to construct the escape vessel and supporting those who want to come to NLA. It's all hands on deck. We may require troops to take assignments across division lines. Be ready for anything.
Roger.
Roger. Roger, Roger.
Recap. We may get assigned stuff outside of our official divisions, right?
Right.
Yeah.
First off, we should head back to the
So?
barracks. Make sure we're prepared for anything.
'Kay.
The plan to relocate all races on Mira to NLA is on Blade. Blades are to help with building the escape vessel and to assist all those willing to join you. No, let's not leave. Where am I supposed to go? Wait, what? What? Okay.
Hey,
Return to the Blade Barracks. That's why the objective is not showing on the map, huh? Yeah, okay, fine.
Where's the fire?
Here's the deal, right? You know how we're helping wire in the Ares jump drive system, don't you?
Yes, so we've heard.
But actually, we're not really experts on this skill and Ares stuff, are we? So we went and asked that fandom guy, and he said you guys are the usual go-tos around here.
I see. Let me guess. You'd like us to go to the hangar and advise your scientists?
You got it.
Well, it's Lynn that should
We'll
go.
go now.
Wow,
He's the
thank
expert. I'm no expert.
You guys are just the pizza toppings.
Hey.
As you can see, I've been focusing on gathering missions. The bounty ones I can still use later to raise levels if need be. Wait. It's down there? There we go. advising the aliens.
Nice of you all to drop by. How's it poppin'?
Echo!
Friend
Echo!
Al really loves saying that.
His idea of a gag. Don't get too hung up on it.
That's right. Someone asks how it's poppin', you say?
Terrible, of course. Yourself?
Better than you, meaning terrific.
Tatsu mystified.
It is as we have been told. It takes two minds to tango.
Hey, Al! Ask me!
Hey Gwen, how's it poppin'?
Naturally terrible, and how about you?
Not awful enough for you to be worrying about.
Huh?
That was not funny. Why are you laughing?
Bit. Say, you've been out of this world. Got any words of wisdom for us from the great beyond?
It's not that kind of highfalutin place. More than anything, it was dull, like a cheap roadside motel.
Please, we would love to hear your choice morsels.
Me too. Color me curious.
Way to gang up on me. I'm warning you, it's a slog.
Fix Al with an unblinking, pleading stare. Fawn. Replied that you will be the judge of that. Yeah, I think the first one is funnier.
You're gonna fall asleep, I know it.
Hey, someone disappeared right there.
But you're buying the round.
Hang on a second. Someone disappeared there, right? No?
You're gonna fall asleep, I know it.
I thought I saw someone disappear there.
Fine.
But wait. Did I just dream that?
You're gonna fall asleep, I know it.
Yeah, I thought so. Right there. Someone just disappeared, or did they change positions? They were with their arms crossed and then they were not. Okay. That was a bit weird. But I couldn't help but notice it. Video clips recording. I wonder if this is something that they will have improved on the Switch 2.
So, before the white whale crashed, a bunch of ghosts got me cornered. I was cut off. Just as my goose seemed cooked, something opened up in front of me. And also, I felt this huge pull at the same time. My body inside the Ares. We were being sucked right in through the opening. Beyond that was a sight to behold. If space could have edges, that was a place where you could see them all. Thinking about it now, and to get a little technical, it was a nexus of parallel universes. It was like the backstage of space, the border town of all universes. You might call it a rift between worlds.
Xenoblade Chronicles 1.
Light years beyond the realm of human science. But strangely, most of the Ares features kept functioning as normal. Sure, the sensor suite adapted for human tech kept throwing errors. but the main transceiver never stopped logging huge quantities of some kind of data. And you might think I dreamed all this up, but somehow I could understand what that data was. Not logically, intuitively. You ready? Well, what came flooding into me in the Ares was the consciousness of all living things across all universes. Instinctively, I stopped myself from trying to perceive them one by one. The human brain isn't built to handle something like that. I could tell in an instant. I think I got that one from an old sci-fi flick, but I'd say it was the right call. Now, the Ares was a step ahead of me. It sifted through that huge torrent of data, presented me with the information I most wanted in that moment.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
How to escape the world of the Rift and get back
Just
to this
floated
one.
by.
The Ares was kind enough to show me the way back home.
Are they gonna show Xenoblade Chronicles 3?
It's
I don't
thanks
know
to
if
its
this
help
one
that I
was
came
developed
back at all.
alongside 3 or after 3.
Well, the universe Earth was a part of was destroyed. This one with Mira is a completely different
I
one.
wouldn't be surprised if this had been worked
So
on
maybe
for a
back
long
is the wrong
time.
word.
Probably since the Switch release.
Sounds like quite the trip. So that's your plan for us to leave this universe? You're proposing we use the Ares to make our escape?
Well, more or less.
But
I don't really understand exactly how I got here. One slip up and I'd be washed away in that stream. I might never have been able to escape it. That world. It's a mind prison.
a prison?
Void Seat. I think he was held there. His consciousness, at least. You told me about the Vita, how it was a vessel to facilitate Void's coming.
Whoops.
I guess what it did was channel his soul in some shape or form, freeing him of his shackles.
What does that mean, though?
Now, hold on a sec. That's like how our MIMs work.
No way!
All the loose threads seem to be coming together.
Perhaps Void escaped from his cell by tracking the Ares as it left the rift between worlds. It would explain the impeccable timing. And here's the kicker. The thing that's in the Vita, it's not just his mind, it's his body, too.
When the Ares first appeared in this world, it was shortly before we encountered you, right? Then the Ghost's appearance and the DMAT events. It's possible that it caused both of them to manifest.
Wait. I see you trying to connect all the dots. Don't you think you're jumping the gun?
Maybe.
I haven't done all of the affinity missions for this guy, for Doug.
When Void showed up and attacked my world to claim the Ares, think about it. That was exactly when the Ghosts appeared.
What are we thinking then? Cause and effect, or... Void said he brought worlds into Concord. Ah. I feel like I'm starting to get the picture here.
Must be urgent.
Yeah. We need you in Oblivia. Hoping you could track down a man-on engineer.
Roger. Let's hear the details.
Here you go. The guy is in charge of the jump drive design. Apparently, he had a part in mind for the Crux, but it was sitting in a ganglion stronghold, so we had him get it.
That's a bold move, Commander.
What can I say? These are desperate times, so... We did assign an escort, but then Ganglion found him and we lost contact.
Understood. That's enough to go on. We'll head for Oblivia ASAP.
Good hunting.
Let's move.
Oh. Let's move this, Ed. Let's move. Wait, where is it? Ah, yeah, here. Lots of cutscenes.
I'd say we're in the right place, huh?
Only ganglion bodies, though.
Seems like our engineer might still be alive.
Yeah. Let's confirm.
Who goes there?
Hey, we're friends.
It's you.
You again. I see. Looking for your friends, are you?
Hey, we're pals with your boss.
What happened?
Be nice.
The people of Roth have accepted your exit strategy. We decided to send our younglings to NLA first. We were passing through here en route, where we encountered and assisted human troops in combat with the ganglion. We were able to claim victory, albeit at a price. I'm transporting our wounded.
Now I see. We thank you.
There is no need. Your friends are safe with us, undergoing treatment at our stronghold.
Ms. Breed, did you see a man-on in the soldiers' company?
I have not seen any, no. But there were other units. Maybe they escorted them.
Could we accompany you now, on the way to your stronghold?
Yes, you may.
What's going on?
Not you guys.
Looks like a job half done.
You die! Die like beasts!
Let us handle these ones. You have wounded. Get them somewhere safe.
I hear. All yours.
Do I have to fight them on foot?
They just picked a losing
No.
battle.
Agni Gatling! There we go. Gone in an instant.
Elma, let's get to the Rothian stronghold.
Right.
Frickin' electromagnetic storm. Might be worth warping instead. Alright, it's here. In it. can't go in there with my big robot. Ah, but there were some collectibles. I think the kitty cats bury their poo-poo in that sand. That's
sure
one
that
big
was the
litter
end
box.
for us, weren't we?
Tatsu breathed sigh of relief. Thanks to kitty cat friends.
You said it, pal. If you hadn't turned up when you did, we'd be pushing up daisies by now. Thanks. We all inhabit this world together. The feeling is mutual.
We got shot up. And we didn't even get the thing we needed.
Relax, alright? We'll find it at the next location. Third time's the charm, no?
Yeah, well, starting to doubt that.
Just stay positive, okay?
A moment ago, you were on the brink of death. Yours is a mercurial people.
We survived, so it's all good, yes? On to the next one.
Jeez.
Thank you once again. We owe you for saving their lives.
My prince has ordered us to aid humans, and so we have.
Prince, my deepest thanks for rescuing our friends. We're in your debt.
No need. We are allies. But still, Void's appearance here fills me with unease.
You know something about Void?
Vita. It serves to sustain Void as his material vessel. Consider the battle for Earth. There, from his Vita, did he command the Ganglion.
However, in the chaos after Earth's destruction, his consciousness departed the machine.
Why? Why did it
leaving
do
it
that?
a shell, to be pulled in by Mira and crash to her surface, as did you.
Al. What you said earlier.
Yeah. As I suspected, he'd only linked his mind to the Vita, while his body stayed in the rift. Seems to track.
And now has he come out of the rift? Like physically? Is he up in that ship?
Mission accomplished. Come on, let's get back to NLA.
All these races working together? Mira really is a welcoming kind of place. Just like Lao said.
Lao said that?
Al, what? When did you see Lao? How?
It was when I was drifting inside the rift.
But that's...
You ever heard of Nirvana? Some religions have the concept, and that space might just be it.
I'm gonna get all religious
As I
now.
was floating along, guided by the Ares, while I was looking for a way into this universe, I made a little layover in an eerie kind of place. Fancy seeing you here.
Well?
How long has it been? I don't think we ever spoke after I left Team Princess.
I thought you died defending the White Whale, back before it grounded on Mira.
Well, you know, this is the afterlife.